You know, Margaret, my neighbor from Cleveland, thought she was being incredibly healthy by adding sardines to her diet every single day. She'd open those little tins with such pride, telling everyone at the community center how she was getting her omega-3 fatty acids and protecting her heart. But what Margaret didn't realize was that she was making some critical mistakes that were not only reducing the benefits of these nutritious little fish, but potentially causing her harm. And the truth is, Margaret isn't alone. Millions of Americans over 60 are making the exact same errors when it comes to eating sardines, unknowingly sabotaging their health journey. Today, we're going to uncover the most common and shocking mistakes people make with sardines. Mistakes that could be costing you precious nutrients and even putting your well-being at risk. From the wrong types to choose, to dangerous preparation methods, to timing that can negate all the benefits. These errors are more widespread than you might imagine. By the end of this discussion, you'll know exactly how to maximize the incredible health benefits of sardines while avoiding the pitfalls that trap so many well-intentioned people. Mistake number one, choosing the wrong type of sardines. The sardine aisle at your local grocery store can be overwhelming. Rows upon rows of colorful cans line the shelves, each promising health benefits and delicious taste. But here's where most people, like Robert from Phoenix, make their first critical error. Robert always reached for whatever sardines were on sale, thinking all sardines were created equal. He couldn't have been more wrong. The biggest mistake people make is choosing sardines packed in vegetable oils instead of olive oil or water, those seemingly innocent vegetable oils. Often soybean or sunflower oil are loaded with omega-6 fatty acids. While omega-6 isn't inherently bad, the problem lies in the ratio. Most Americans already consume far too much omega-6 compared to omega-3, creating inflammation in the body rather than reducing it. When you choose sardines in vegetable oil, you're actually working against the anti-inflammatory benefits that sardines naturally provide. It's like trying to put out a fire while simultaneously pouring gasoline on it. The omega-3 fatty acids in sardines should ideally be consumed with minimal omega-6 interference to maximize their absorption and effectiveness. Another common mistake is overlooking the sodium content. Many commercial sardine brands pack their fish in salt-heavy brines that can contain anywhere from 400 to 800 milligrams of sodium per serving. For seniors managing blood pressure, this hidden sodium bomb can be particularly problematic. Dorothy from Miami learned this the hard way when her doctor questioned why her blood pressure readings were climbing despite her otherwise healthy diet changes. The solution is simpler than you might think. Always choose sardines packed in olive oil, spring water, or their own natural juices. Look for brands that specifically mention low sodium or no salt added on the label. Wild-caught sardines are also preferable to farm-raised, as they typically contain higher levels of beneficial nutrients and fewer contaminants. Mistake number two, improper storage and handling after opening. Here's where things get really concerning, and it's a mistake that could potentially make you sick. Jennifer from Seattle had a habit that many sardine eaters share. She'd open a can, eat half, and then store the remaining sardines directly in the open can in her refrigerator. She thought the metal can would keep them fresh and safe. This seemingly innocent practice is actually dangerous. Once a can is opened, the metal begins to interact with the air in the fish, potentially leaching harmful compounds into your food. The tin coating inside cans isn't designed to protect food once exposed to oxygen for extended periods. This can lead to off flavors at best and potential metal contamination at worst. The proper method is to immediately transfer any unused sardines to a glass or plastic container with a tight-fitting lid. Store them in the coldest part of your refrigerator and consume within 2 to 3 days maximum. Never leave sardines in the original can once opened. Regardless of how convenient it might seem, temperature control is equally crucial. Sardines should be kept consistently cold, and if they've been sitting at room temperature for more than 2 hours, it's safer to discard them entirely. The high oil content in sardines makes them particularly susceptible to bacterial growth and rancidity when not stored properly. Mistake number 3, eating sardines at the wrong time of day. This might surprise you, but timing matters significantly when eating sardines. Charles from Dallas always had his sardines as a late evening snack while watching television, thinking he was making a healthy choice before bed. Unfortunately, Charles was unknowingly disrupting his sleep patterns and limiting the absorption of vital nutrients. Sardines are rich in protein and healthy fats, which require considerable energy to digest. When consumed close to bedtime, they can interfere with your body's natural wind-down process, making it harder to fall asleep and achieve deep, restorative rest. Additionally, lying down soon after eating high-fat foods can contribute to acid reflux, especially common in older adults. The optimal time to consume sardines is during lunch or early dinner, ideally 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. This timing allows your body to properly digest and utilize the nutrients while supporting sustained energy levels throughout the day. The protein in sardines can help stabilize blood sugar levels when eaten as part of a balanced meal, preventing those afternoon energy crashes that many seniors experience. Morning consumption can also be beneficial, particularly when paired with whole grain toast or vegetables. The combination provides sustained energy and helps maintain stable blood sugar levels throughout the morning hours. If you've been making this timing mistake, don't worry. Simple adjustments to when you eat sardines can dramatically improve both their benefits and your overall well-being. Consider having them as part of a hearty lunch with some leafy greens and a drizzle of lemon juice for optimal absorption. Mistake number 4, not preparing sardines properly for maximum nutrition. Rosa from Tampa thought she was being efficient by eating sardines straight from the can without any preparation. While there's nothing inherently wrong with this approach, she was missing out on significantly enhanced nutritional benefits and better absorption of key nutrients. One of the biggest mistakes is not adding vitamin C-rich foods alongside sardines. The iron in sardines is more easily absorbed when consumed with vitamin C. Yet most people overlook this simple enhancement. Adding a squeeze of fresh lemon juice, some diced tomatoes, or even a few slices of bell pepper can dramatically increase iron absorption. Another preparation error involves discarding the bones in sardines. Many people carefully pick out every tiny bone, thinking they're avoiding an unpleasant texture. However, these soft, edible bones are absolutely packed with calcium and phosphorus. The calcium in sardine bones is highly bioavailable, meaning your body can easily absorb and use it for bone health. For seniors concerned about osteoporosis or bone density, this is nutrition gold that shouldn't be wasted. The skin of sardines presents another common mistake. Some people peel away the skin, finding it unappealing, but the skin contains concentrated omega-3 fatty acids and valuable minerals, unless you have a specific medical reason to avoid it. The skin should be consumed along with the flesh. Proper rinsing is also important, especially if you're watching your sodium intake. Gently rinsing sardines under cool water can remove excess salt without washing away significant nutrients. Pat them dry gently with a paper towel after rinsing. Mistake number 5, combining sardines with the wrong foods. Food combinations matter more than most people realize, and this is especially true with nutrient-dense foods like sardines. Patricia from Denver loved making sardine and cheese sandwiches, thinking she was creating a protein powerhouse. While both foods are nutritious individually, this combination can actually interfere with optimal nutrient absorption. Calcium-rich foods like cheese can inhibit iron absorption from sardines. Since many seniors struggle with iron deficiency, this combination mistake can be particularly problematic. Instead of combining sardines with dairy products, pair them with foods that enhance nutrient absorption. Another common error is eating sardines with high tannin beverages, like coffee or tea, immediately after your meal. Tannins can bind to minerals in sardines, reducing their absorption. If you enjoy coffee or tea with your meals, try to wait at least an hour after consuming sardines before having your beverage. The ideal sardine companions include leafy green vegetables, which provide folate and vitamin C, whole grains for sustained energy and B vitamins, and colorful vegetables for antioxidants and additional vitamins. A simple sardine salad with mixed greens, cherry tomatoes, and a light olive oil vinaigrette creates a nutritional powerhouse where each component enhances the others. Avocado makes an excellent partner for sardines, as the healthy fats can help absorb fat-soluble vitamins. Sweet potatoes provide complex carbohydrates and beta-carotene, while garlic and onions offer sulfur compounds that support overall health. Mistake number 6, ignoring portion sizes and frequency. Thomas from Portland thought that if sardines were healthy, eating them multiple times daily would be even healthier. He was consuming 2 to 3 cans per day, believing more was always better when it came to nutritious foods. This well-intentioned approach was actually creating problems he didn't anticipate. While sardines are incredibly nutritious, they do contain mercury, albeit in much lower levels than larger fish. However, consuming excessive amounts can still lead to mercury accumulation over time. Additionally, sardines are high in purines, compounds that break down into uric acid. For people prone to gout or with elevated uric acid levels, excessive sardine consumption can trigger painful flare-ups. The recommended serving size is typically 1 can of sardines, about 3 to 4 ounces, 2 to 3 times per week. This provides substantial omega-3 benefits without risking overconsumption of any potentially problematic compounds. For most adults, this translates to roughly 6 to 12 ounces of sardines weekly. Pay attention to your body's responses when introducing sardines into your diet. Some people may experience digestive discomfort if they suddenly increase their intake dramatically. Start with smaller portions and gradually increase to allow your digestive system to adapt. Mistake number 7, choosing sardines with harmful additives. The ingredient list on sardine cans often contains more than just fish, oil, and salt. But many consumers don't take the time to read these labels carefully. Linda from Austin always grabbed the first sardines she saw, never realizing that some brands include preservatives and additives that could be counteracting the health benefits she was seeking. Some sardine products contain artificial colors, particularly yellow dye, number 5 or red dye number 40, added to make the fish appear more appealing. These synthetic colorings have been linked to hyperactivity in children and may cause allergic reactions in sensitive individuals. For seniors taking multiple medications, additional chemical additives represent unnecessary stress on the liver and kidneys. Monosodium glutamate, commonly known as MSG, appears in some flavored sardine varieties. While generally recognized as safe by the FDA, MSG can trigger headaches, nausea, and other symptoms in sensitive individuals. Given that many seniors are already managing various health conditions and medications, avoiding unnecessary additives is the wiser choice. The solution is straightforward but requires diligence. Always read ingredient labels completely. The ideal sardine should contain only sardines, olive oil or water, and perhaps a small amount of salt. Avoid products with long ingredient lists full of unpronounceable chemicals. Look for certifications like MSC Certified Sustainable or Non-GMO Project Verified, which often indicate higher quality products with fewer additives. Organic sardines, while more expensive, typically contain the fewest additives and come from cleaner waters. Now, I know this might seem overwhelming, but don't let these mistakes discourage you from enjoying sardines. Take a moment to share this information with someone you care about who might also be making these common errors. Your knowledge could help them avoid these pitfalls and maximize their health benefits. The hidden dangers of mercury and heavy metal accumulation. While we've touched on mercury briefly, there's a deeper concern that many sardine enthusiasts overlook entirely. Even though sardines are considered low-mercury fish, the cumulative effect of heavy metal exposure from multiple sources can be significant, especially for older adults whose bodies may not eliminate toxins as efficiently as they once did. Harold from Jacksonville ate sardines daily for 15 years, believing he was protecting his heart and brain. However, when he began experiencing memory issues and fatigue, his doctor discovered elevated mercury levels in his blood. While sardines weren't the sole culprit, they were contributing to his overall heavy metal burden, along with other fish consumption and environmental exposures. The key is understanding that mercury accumulates in your body over time, and as we age, Our natural detoxification processes slow down. This means that even low levels from supposedly safe sources can build up to problematic concentrations over years or decades. To minimize this risk while still enjoying sardines, consider incorporating natural detoxification support into your routine. Foods rich in selenium, such as Brazil nuts, can help your body process mercury more effectively. Chlorophyll-rich vegetables like spinach and cilantro may aid in heavy metal elimination. Staying well hydrated and maintaining regular bowel movements also supports your body's natural detox processes. How improper sardine consumption affects medication absorption. This is a critical consideration that many healthcare providers don't discuss with their patients. Sardines can interact with certain medications in ways that either reduce the medication's effectiveness or enhance it beyond safe levels. Eleanor from Phoenix was taking blood-thinning medication after a minor stroke. She started eating sardines regularly for their heart-healthy benefits, not realizing that the high omega-3 content could enhance her medication's effects. When she went for her routine blood work, her doctor was alarmed to find her blood was dangerously thin, putting her at risk for internal bleeding. On the flip side, sardines are rich in vitamin K, particularly if you eat the bones and skin. Vitamin K can counteract blood-thinning medications like warfarin, potentially reducing their protective effects. This creates a delicate balancing act that requires medical supervision. Sardines can also affect the absorption of certain antibiotics and thyroid medications. The calcium in sardine bones can bind to these medications, reducing their absorption and effectiveness. If you take thyroid hormone replacement or certain antibiotics, timing becomes crucial. Generally, you should wait at least 4 hours after taking these medications before consuming sardines. If you're taking any medications regularly, it's essential to discuss sardine consumption with your healthcare provider. They can help you determine the appropriate timing and quantity that won't interfere with your treatment regimen. The calcium-rich nature of sardines can also affect iron supplements and certain heart medications. Your pharmacist can be an excellent resource for understanding these interactions and helping you create a schedule that maximizes both your medication effectiveness and nutritional benefits. Remember, the goal isn't to avoid sardines entirely if you're on medications, but rather to consume them intelligently and with proper medical guidance. The health benefits are too significant to ignore, but safety must always come first. Final thoughts? Embracing sardines the right way? As we reach the end of our journey through these common sardine mistakes, I want you to remember Margaret from our opening story. After learning about these errors, she made simple adjustments to her sardine routine. Instead of daily consumption, she enjoyed them 3 times per week. She switched to sardines packed in olive oil, started adding lemon juice and fresh vegetables, and moved her sardine meals to lunchtime. Within months, Margaret noticed improved energy levels, better sleep, and her doctor was impressed with her improved inflammatory markers. The path to healthier aging doesn't require perfection, just mindful choices and the willingness to learn and adapt. These sardine mistakes we've discussed today are incredibly common, and if you've been making some of them, you're certainly not alone. The important thing is what you do with this information moving forward. Start small and make gradual changes. Choose better quality sardines on your next grocery trip. Pay attention to timing and food combinations. Read those labels more carefully. Your body will thank you for these thoughtful adjustments, and you'll be able to enjoy the remarkable health benefits that sardines offer without the hidden pitfalls that trap so many people. Take a moment now to subscribe to our channel for more insights into healthy aging and nutrition wisdom, specifically designed for your needs. Share this information with friends and family members who might also benefit from avoiding these sardine mistakes. And if you found this helpful, leave a comment below telling us which mistake surprised you the most. Your health journey is unique and valuable, and every small step toward better nutrition choices adds up to significant improvements in your overall well-being. Here's to making those sardine choices count for your healthiest years ahead.